Alright, so today we're taking a look at unlimited FPS versus 60 FPS versus 40 FPS. What I found was super interesting. Alright, so while editing this, Drops came out, so if you want to stop by my Twitch channel, link will be in the description. I go live every day from 7 to 10 EST. Thank you so much. See you guys there. Alright, what you're watching right now is actually my unlimited FPS gameplay, as you can see. The entire premise of high FPS is that it gives you a lot more control over how you slide. You also jump higher as well. Alright, but this is my hot take after recording this entire video and just looking at all the footage. Your aim is a lot more important than your FPS. And I'll explain why throughout the video. This video is not to take away from the fact that FPS is still really important and they're still dropping it update by update. My FPS has gone down by a third over the last couple months. It's a really important issue, and all we can do is hope that the devs eventually fix it. But enough about that rant. Just to name drop one player, let's say Gengu from Omen. He used to play on 200 FPS, and he would still make it to weekly finals almost every single week. But I'm not saying all of you should be like Gengu, because that just can't happen possibly, but you can still frag out in pubs, and get loads of kills. You don't have to be the best player to get a lot of kills, you just need to know spawn traps and have a good bot lobby. What I mean by bot lobby is, if you're going for high frags and low deaths, you want to find a lobby that has people below your skill level, basically. By the way, for those of you capped at 60 FPS, I'll leave a link in the description to a video about the developer Vincent, and it shows you how you can uncap your FPS so you can go from 60 to uncapped. So sometimes something I do to make aiming just a little bit easier is I stop completely, and that basically helps me aim at their heads better, if that makes sense. Like, you can see me do it a lot in this video. It's a really obvious thing I do. Should probably fix it, but it's just a little tip I'd share with you guys. It's just if you're having like struggles aiming or anything like that on some days, you know? I can't stress this enough though, don't just be satisfied with body shots. You always want to go for headshots no matter what, okay? Like, see here, I'm already at the nuke, and all I was doing was rotating around the map, aiming at people, barely going really fast. Alright, I just had to wait for that absolutely, like, great nuke sound to play it. Anyways. So right here, you're gonna see what I mean by a bot lobby. Now that's an example of a bot lobby right there, right? Like, that guy. Like, no offense to him, but he whiffed all of his shots, but so did I. If that was any good player, I would have died right there. Because I missed, like, 4 shots, I don't know, 4? Yeah? I cut the rest of that gameplay off because pretty much everybody you guys watch plays on unlimited FPS. It's not what really matters in this video. It's not the flames. Alright, so this is the 60 FPS gameplay you guys were waiting for. Now, in this you're going to notice that I got more kills than I did on unlimited, and that's because Sub-Zero is a smaller map, so you run into more people than you would on Industry. Having said that, the more people you run into, the more people that can kill you. The 60 FPS was a lot more aim heavy. I had to rely on my aim a lot more than I did my move. Although I was still going around the map pretty fast, you know, it's all about the rotation speed. While pub stomping, it's super important to memorize the spawns of just the entire map. That way you can spawn trap people and you can predict where people are going to spawn next. That'll help you find more people to kill, and you have no idea how many times I've gotten accused of just walling in pubs or anything like that. It's all because I just know the spawns. That's pretty much it. It may sound like I'm going on tangents about like how to improve on lower FPS, but I'm talking about the methods that I'm using in this gameplay. Like how you guys can frag out too. So a trick I learned over playing the game for a long time is you can turn off shadows, lower your resolution, and turn on low spec mode, dude. But yeah, no, that all helps out your FPS. I have them all like on and off in my settings when I play. Even on stream, I have like shadows off and stuff. It just helps a lot. But you know, both of these rounds, 60 and the 40 FPS round, they just go to show that you can still really frag out on low FPS. Hit your headshots, please. But yeah, no, aside from that, I also wanted to talk about classes. In the video right now, you can see me playing Revolver, right? It's because it's practically the best class in the game, discounting FAMAS because it's way too hard to use. But the thing about classes is they're super important to PUBG. See, the AK, a lot of people consider OP because you can... Okay, each AK shot does max 34 damage, right? Like, close range. I don't think that's the actual max, but you get my point. And you have 30 AK bullets in your mag, right? So, going by that logic, it takes 3 shots to kill someone with the AK. You can kill up to 10 people with a single mag. AK is always an extremely great option to play with. Aside from that, there's always semi-auto, but you have to be really good at aiming and controlling its recoil, I guess. LMG is good as a tanky class, but unfortunately it's out the meta right now because it just doesn't do enough damage. Like I said, it was discounting FAMAS as the best class in the game because it's way too hard to use, but if you think you can laser someone with its burst, go for it. It's just really hard to do. Use Hunter at your own discretion. It's a really low HP class. I'd recommend against it. SMG is another pretty good option. Its damage is less than the AK, but its movement makes up for it. If you're lacking a bit of movement, SMG is also a pretty good option. Noah, if you want to be that guy, you can play shotgun. You can play shotgun. It has a high skill cap. But you'd be seen as that one guy, okay? That guy. Alright. So don't blame me. Don't blame me. But you know, in conclusion for classes, I would recommend AK, but if you're good with it, play Revolver. We're almost at the end of the gameplay, and you're gonna see I fragged out 45 and 10. Like I said, I was gonna run into more people who could kill me, but I was also on lower FPS. Which is the entire premise of the video, but you get my point. Yeah, no. The next lobby was significantly better than the other lobby, but like I said, Industry is a bigger map. Something I noticed while playing on 40 FPS was my aim felt a lot slower, if that makes sense. I don't know if that was the actual case, but it felt like I was moving my crosshair a bit slower on lower FPS. It might be Papiga, and that just might be common sense. But you get my point. My aim felt slower. This lobby wasn't even too bad either. There was a level 80 sniper in here and a level 44 streamer too. It wasn't a bad lobby even. It wasn't a bot lobby. All I did was aim to frag out high like I did. Aim and rotation speed. That's what I mean. The main reason for me just having such a good rotation speed on 40 FPS is it's basically because Industry has kind of wide hallways, you know? It doesn't need sharp turns like some other maps, like let's say maybe Berg. I would have had a lot slower rotation speed on Berg. Because of that, I would have run into less players and gotten less kills. You see where I'm going with this. Alright, watch these next few kills. 40 FPS aim god, dude. I'm telling you. Gust 8 lasers me right after, but you get my point. They were pretty nice kills. I've never really made an informative video like this before, so it's pretty fun, like, kind of learning how to make one, you know? I don't know, I'm kind of going off on a tangent right now that's not related to the video at all, but, like, you get my point. It's pretty fun making this. Watching over this, it looks a lot easier than it actually felt playing, so keep that in mind. Industry is also another good map to like keep a good KD on because there are a lot of tight angles. Even though the hallways may be kind of wide, you know, there are a lot of tight angles where you can just have bullets be blocked. Like if your movement's good enough, you can just completely hide behind corners and just dodge bullets. I guess that's the best word, or like hide from bullets. Another pretty big thing that I put to use that I haven't really talked about is when I play this, I'm predicting where people will go, if that makes sense. Like, I've played the game so much at this point, where I just know the movements that people are going to take. You don't even have to play the game that much but like, you can just tell where people are gonna go based on how they move their character. Unless they're like a top tier player who has like insane movement. Another good way of thinking about it is like, if you were that player, where would you go? Sometimes that is very dumb logic because you like have no clue where guests are gonna go. Like, this happens to me all the time. I just get killed by guests because they do the most random stuff. That's pretty much the end of the gameplay. I'll let you guys come to like a consensus in the comments or something on what you guys think about low FPS and how it affects gameplay. But yeah, no, thank you so much for watching. I'll leave like a couple clips of me recording and just lagging a lot right here at the end, but you know, thank you guys so much for stopping by. I'm probably live on Twitch right now, VortexJPEX_ in the comments. I go live every day from 7 to 10 AST. See you guys next time. Peace.